Hello, travelers. Welcome back to ImpactVerse. Today, we're diving deep into the latest updates from the beta review of CHASCA's kit in Genshin Impact. With the recent changes, she's become quite an interesting character, but her performance really depends on how you set up her team. To get the best out of her abilities, pairing her with characters like Bennett and Farina is almost essential. Alternatives like Xinyan or Layla can work, but they're not as effective. Xinyan's abilities don't completely align with CHASCA's passive skills, though she still adds a good damage boost. On the other hand, Layla brings valuable defensive support, especially in Spiral Abyss. CHASCA's resistance to interruption isn't perfect, so Layla's shield can help protect her from enemy attacks that could disrupt her flow. One unique feature of pairing CHASCA with Layla is her cryo shield, which adds both protection and an extra layer of reaction damage. Compared to other characters like Wanderer, CHASCA's interruption resistance is a bit weaker, but this isn't a huge downside, as her large hitbox makes it easy to connect with enemies, and her movement during charged attacks allows her to stay agile, avoiding becoming an easy target. When it comes to raw damage, CHASCA isn't topping the charts at the start. She's positioned just below big DPS like Arlecchino, Neuvillette, and Kinich, but when you build her up to Constellation 6, she can outperform these heavyweights. However, in her base form, she might feel a bit weaker, so she benefits a lot from having her constellations unlocked. During tests in the open-world region of Natlan, CHASCA's mobility proved to work well with teammates like Kinich and Auroron, showing that her movement skills can be a real asset. For her artifacts, an attack percentage goblet is usually the best choice, though adding some elemental mastery as a substat can also be effective. In Spiral Abyss, she's especially useful against challenging enemies like the Coaster Tyrant and the Golden Wolf Lord. Her quick attacks and her ultimate skill, known as her Q, allow her to break through enemy shields effectively, which gives her an edge in these tougher battles. Ultimately, CHASCA's performance heavily depends on how you build your team around her. Now, let's talk about what's next in patch 5.2, which is coming out in about 20 days on November 20th. Genshin Impact's special program livestream is scheduled for next Friday, where we'll likely get even more details. In 5.2, players will encounter 5 new Weovian manifestations, giving us an extra electrotype to unlock from the Collective of Plenty. In some regions of Natlan, these flying Weovians, like the Cicadas Surus, will help players by generating wind currents based on the path they fly. This feature makes exploring faster and more convenient. Also in this update, we'll meet a new NPC who will have a role in a specific world quest. We won't reveal her name here to keep things spoiler-free, but let's say she could be quite significant. She'll also have her own profile avatar, adding more depth to the lore and world building of Natlan. One of the more mysterious characters we're set to meet in 5.2 is the Sage of the Stolen Flame. We got a quick teaser image of him, and his appearance seems intriguing. He'll make his first appearance during this update, which should add another layer to the storyline. And remember, if you're excited about these new updates, don't forget to subscribe. Right now, I have a giveaway of 5 Welcome Moon Active that ends on Sunday, November 3rd. If you want to join in, just subscribe and leave a comment with your UID and server. When it comes to the banners, here's the breakdown. In the first phase of 5.2, we'll see CHASCA and Liney. Then, in the second phase, Neuvillette and Zhongli will make their return. For those of you planning to pull for CHASCA, it's a good idea to start farming her materials now, except for the world boss materials which will need to be collected after the update goes live. As for 4-star characters, there's confirmation that Yaoya will be joining Auron, Fiskal, and Haizu, though the last 2 4-stars haven't been fully confirmed. That's a wrap on everything we know so far about the updates in 5.2. What part are you most excited for? Is it the new regions, or maybe the chance to pull for CHASCA? Let us know your thoughts, and we'll be back soon with more updates. Have a fantastic day, and enjoy everything that's coming to Genshin Impact.